Hello, my name is Violeta Laverde. I am part of the didactics of mathematics class, and I will answer these questions for the first task. Okay, I'm gonna read them and I will go through them. How can you make the first approach to mathematics learning? Oh, I think it wasn't an easy question for me to answer, but I think because of my experience working with kids, um, the first thing that I should do when teaching that subject is to teach with motivation, is to teach with happiness, is to teach thinking out of the box. Because I think you got fears when you are a student, and some of these fears, it's bad to say, but some of these fears comes, they come from the teacher, the way they teach. And I also used to think that all the mathematics teachers were like very strict, and I feel like I was afraid of that. So for me, math, my own experience, wasn't so good. So I just learned it because I have to, not because I love it. So basically, I learned the basics of math, and I can teach that to the kids, but I consider we can do it in a different way, where where the child feels happy to learn the subjects, um, motivated. And honestly, I would do that with all the target audiences, adults and teenagers. So for me, being flexible and have a flexible thinking is part of the success of this beautiful learning process. I know math is very exact, but I also, when you listen to the kids, did why when you ask to the kids why you're making this mistake, and they answer, you can understand their logic, and that's pretty cool, and you learn a lot from that. So I think that happens in all ages. The second question says, what you must know about math before you do a class? Okay, so I think this one is um, it's not difficult to answer, because it's like if I think about all my classes, I can relate this. So first of all, you have to know the topic, the subject very well. You have to investigate first, and go through all this information. And talking about math, you have to know the procedures, and you have to know that there are different ways to answer or to do a problem. I know there is a step by step, but I know also that students can skip them and get through the answer. And you have to listen to the kids or the audience you're teaching. You have to be a good listener then, and you have to be a good talker. So when you talk and you discuss with the students what happened, mm, um, what they like to do, what they like about math, you will be a better teacher. So yes, basically is that one. Okay, what are some ways to learn mathematics as a teacher? I think you have to start thinking that your thinking is not the only one. So we have a variety of ideas in the classroom, and also ways of thinking. So be flexible, and as I told you before, start thinking outside the box. It's not only about knowing how to perform an operation because I know 2 times 2 is equal 4. No, you have to go more than that. You have to be like a, how can I say this? You have to study students' thinking. So if they make a mistake, you have to know that there's something inside their minds that lead the students to do that. So you have to ask a lot of questions, and as I told you, be more talkative, listening things, etc. Always be prepared, yes. So be prepared for any questions, and always important to know a lot of approaches to teach, not just use one. You can try different ones and methods, and that's it. Question number 4, give other examples of teachers' mistakes when students are wrong. I think teachers' mistakes are because we are not well prepared, because we don't know how to tell things, to teach things. We are not didactics. We are bored, maybe. So I think the aptitude has to do a lot of with this matter. When you don't listen to your students, when you are like just talking and do your part, but you don't let the students take part of the class, because a class is, it has a lot of people involved. So students and teachers. Oh, okay. There's another one when the explanation of the teacher is not correct or is not clear. It could be one. And being literal minded. So when you think like a square, so you don't go farther than that. Okay, and the last one is number 5. According to your point of view, what do you consider is essential in the mathematics learning process? Okay, first of all, as I told you, motivation. Motivation for me is very important in all the aspects and subjects. Motivation should be the first thing to consider when you're teaching. The way I teach. And also being prepared. You always have to be prepared. And if you're not prepared, you have to be able, or you have to be aware that your students are going to come with something different. And maybe you have to start thinking using their logic. So for me, it's that one. Always have nice classes where the students can participate. They can have part of the lessons. Maybe they can teach us why they do some procedures like they do. And that's the cool part of teaching. So I think that was it. And I hope I answered all the questions. So thank you for listening to me, and have a good day. Bye-bye.